Hey guys, welcome to our vlog of episode 8 of The Strain, entitled Creatures of the Night. So, in this lovely bottle episode...
I was like, hopefully you'll say bottle episode.
Yeah, because it really was a bottle episode. All our favorite characters, and some of the ones that are not so much our favorites, get stuck in a convenience store.
Yay!
And they are basically trying to get out as the vampire zombies are like coming at them, and apparently they're organized by the master and they're just stuck. So we have in this episode the Ratcatcher, we have Abe, we have F, we have Nora, we have the woman who decided that she would help the evil people take down the networks. So she's kind of like slowly realizing that what she did was very bad. And that's it.
Oh, Jim.
Oh, yeah.
Jim. And there's kind of at the beginning of the episode a few like fodder characters who you know are just there to be like eaten. And there's the tech girl's roommate girlfriend
thing. And then there's also the convenience store clerk, who's just a bundle of laughs, and we'll get to that. So basically what happens is they're going for some UV lamps, and they run into the Ratcatcher, who's also had the idea to get the UV lamps. And they run out of this medical facility, and they kind of get herded into this convenience store.
Well, they go in on their own free will. They're like, oh man, we should get some supplies, you know, because once like all hell breaks loose, everyone's gonna start looting, and food's gonna be like scarce, and and oh look, a convenience store, la 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 la.
So they get in there, and Abe and the Ratcatcher are kind of having this conversation about, you know, like what's going on, and the Ratcatcher's like, you know, I work alone, and Abe's like, but you're perfect. You're what I've been looking for.
You're everything I've ever wanted. How come I'm stuck with this doctor? Be my protege, without really saying any of that. But
you know that's what he was thinking. And the Ratcatcher is kind of like questioning the doctor about what's going on. Eventually, later in the episode, they actually do have a conversation where he turns to Abe and he's like, what are the rules?
I need to know the rules.
And Abe is like, oh, my new son. Like, somebody who's asking me what the rules are. And he doesn't go, Silver, that seems a little stupid. Don't think silver works. He's going, okay, silver, light, sword.
Sever the spinal cord. Gotcha. Okay, son.
Moving on. And Abe's just like, Finally, nobody is questioning me. Someone believes me.
And so we're in this convenience store, and of course, mostly glass and everything. And then all of a sudden, vampires. And yet again, I absolutely adore the way they move. They're so cool, and
they're starting to remind me more and more of zombies, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, I expect they kind of talk about it really briefly. It's like, oh, they're kind of more organized, and and Abe's like, well, you've only seen the babies. Like, they're gonna get, as they get older, they're gonna be more person-y, I guess. I
guess.
But not as person-y as German Nazi vampire, because he's a special snowflake.
Oh, yeah.
But they're just like trying to get in, and the one girl, the girlfriend of the hacker, does the one thing that you never see happen in a movie.
She runs out
and she makes it.
She's just like, oh my god, they're there, around, and I'm free! And she's gone. Absolutely.
And everyone's just kind of like, that worked.
And then the guy who drives the bread truck is like, that's a great idea, let's try it. And he tries it, and down he goes.
He gets nommed.
So it only works once.
And so of course we're basically trying to get out, because as the vampires are mobbing, more and more of them are showing up, they're getting more clever. And it's kind of like in Feed, you know.
The more you get together in a group,
the more brain cells you have to rub together. And so they're trying to get out, and then one of the major conflicts in this episode is our good buddy Jim, Sean Austin, Samwise Gamgee gets wormed.
And F's like, don't worry, I'll save you, and let me just cut this worm out of your face.
He takes and like, I love it because Abe's just kind of in the background while they're having this discussion, and Abe's just like,
this is not gonna work.
This isn't gonna work.
And they're like, yes, we cured Jim. Look at Jim. Jim's gonna be fine. You know.
F takes a box cutter to Jim's face.
Yanks out this worm.
And yanks out the worm, and then later on in the episode, they're all like talking, and Nora kind of sees like another one just up his face. And they take a UV light to him and shine it on his back, and he's just like a spaghetti of worms.
And Abe's like, I told you. Like, you don't believe me. Every time.
And Jim is just like, okay, I don't want to be like those things. Kill me now. And F's like, no, we can cure you. And Jim's like, Abe says that nothing's gonna work, just kill me. And F's like, no, Jim, I can save you. All of our conflict is over.
Yeah, I know I've been like punching you in the face for the past few episodes, but you know, I can save you. This makes it all better. I have a new specimen.
And the rat catcher's just like, pop, pop.
You've been wasting way too much time on this conversation. We need to get the fuck out. And F is like, I'm gonna kill you, blah, 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 blah. And the rat catcher's just like, just shut up and let's get out of here, okay? Enough. And you're just, like, you feel like you're sorry Jim is dead, but he needed to go. They were being stupid. And the rat catcher was the only one who was, like, willing to do what he had to do to get out there. It's just, you don't feel angry at the rat catcher because Jim is already not Jim anymore. Anyway.
So this was kind of a bit of a filler episode, but kind of at the same time not, because you got all the characters are now finally together. Like, all Team Good Guy are now... The only character who hasn't really joined them is Gus, but I think Gus is going to be running off into his own sunset.
Yeah.
But... And of course we got to see the rat catcher and Abe just... Their bond.
Oh, so cute.
A bunch of vampires.
I really liked the convenience store clerk. He was just so funny. So funny. Because the whole episode he's just like, as they're like taking stuff from the convenience store, he's like, who's gonna pay for all this? And he's just like in his box and refuses to leave. They're like, okay, we're getting out of here because this place is just, like, there's nothing. Are you coming? And he's like, nope, staying in my box.
I'm staying in my box. Oh, okay, so when they finally leave, they're gonna basically run to the bread truck again. And so they all have their lights going and everybody's working as a team, and they need to get the keys from the bread truck guy who's lying on the ground. You know, he's been drained, he's changing, he's still conscious, he's still aware, and F goes to get the keys, and he's just kind of looking down at him, and he shoots him, but he has to look away when he shoots him. I found that very interesting.
Still not on board with this.
How long will it be till F becomes, you know...
I think the end of the episode. Or, not the episode, sorry, the series.
Series or season?
I guess I can't choose my words at all. Season. I feel like there will be some kind of, like, defining moment at the end of the season where F finally has to, like, fully commit to this and there is no going back. I think that's going to be the finale.
Probably. I can get behind that.
Series. Oh my god. But yeah, so it was interesting. Do you think they're going to stay together in the next episodes, or are they going to just kind of...
I think that Nora, F, and Abe are going to stay together. I don't like... They're too ingrained with one another. I think the rat catcher is still along the lines of I work alone and is going to go off and do his own thing, but I expect by the end of the season he's going to be back with the group.
Mm-hmm. What about the hacker? Do you think she's gonna...
Oh no, she's gonna get killed. Because They haven't they haven't developed her as a character. She might stick around for a few more episodes, but I have a very sinking suspicion that she's not going to make it that long. Like, one of my predictions is they're going to be like, okay, you got to fix what you've done. Mm-hmm. And she's going to die in the process of doing that.
But they still don't even know that she's involved, so.
Well, now everybody's in that truck driving away from that convenience store, having just survived a near-death experience.
You think it's just going to come out?
It's going to come out. She's going to be like, you know why the cell phones aren't down? Well, I did it. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. Next episode, I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm officially out of book that I've read. I didn't finish. Anyways.
Well, that's tonight.
Is it?
Yeah, Strain airs Sunday nights on FX and FX Canada.
Shows how, like, tied to my TV I am.
10 p.m.
Okay. Alright. So, we will see you guys later.
How'd you get here, Puffs?
We traveled by subway and taxicab.